Hello everyone and welcome to another thrift video. This is actually the second half of the diversity trip that I took with Melissa and Addison that had been previously scheduled, several months ago before I decided I needed to focus on my death pile. So I'm going to give you to other Bob and we're going to do some shopping at Diversity where everything is $1. So for 1 hour, Diversity Thrift in Richmond does what's called Power Hour, and as long as you check out between 4 and 5 o'clock in the afternoon on Tuesdays, all of your clothing is $1. So it doesn't matter if you've been shopping since 10 o'clock that morning, and as long as you're checking out between 4 and 5 o'clock, everything's $1, which I find awesome. And I had some questions about the previous video, and that is because of the fact that this store does such high volume. It's just, think of it as a bins. Like, there's so much, there's too much at that point. This is just one of the ways in which they help get money for their mission, and also like make it so their warehouse isn't completely overfull of stuff, because Richmond is a large city. It is probably one of the most frequented thrift stores in the area. It definitely has a massive community support for it. So let me go ahead and stop talking and give you other Bob, and then I'll be back for the haul. All right, you can see I am back down here on the floor. I mentioned in the last Diversity video that this is where I normally find a lot of the good stuff. Is I am willing to just sit on the floor and look through the bottom rack, and hopefully no one steps on me or runs their cart into me. Nobody did that this time, but that has happened before. This is a Vans sweatshirt. I thought about getting it, and then when I got it in front of my face, I realized that it smelled very bad. Like, you can see I've got the stink face on, and I will keep the stink face on for a while because that was an odor. So I am good at washing stuff, but I don't want to have that in my bag of stuff and have it permeate to the rest of the clothing and then just not be able to get the smell out. So if I do notice the odor, and it is that strong, I'm just not dealing with it. But I'm going through every single item, looking at the tags, looking at the labels. This is awesome and definitely something I picked up. This is a Disney sweater, like an ugly sweater with a bunch of the Marvel characters on the front of it. I don't know who the bottom one is. It looked like Batman, but Batman's DC, so I don't know who that's supposed to be. But I'm picking up the sweater because it's $1, and I definitely can sell that for more than $1. Somebody sneezed, and the entire store said "bless you" at the same time, which I think is very funny. Humans are cute, aren't they? The way the store is organized is I am now in the second half of the men's room. So they don't have enough men's clothing in order to give it a full room anymore. They only have the men's clothing in half the room. The other half is women's wear, and it's all of the long sleeve women's wear and the jackets. And so that's what I'm going through now, and considering it is sweater weather, or it's coming up on sweater weather, I'm perfectly happy with this. I'm going to scoot the cart over with me. I'm trying basically to make myself a safety box where at least I will only get hit by people from one side and not from the other, and also make it so you can actually see what I'm doing and see me, because as you can tell from all of the feet and heads and arms you're seeing around me, that this place is packed, and so trying to figure out how to film was interesting, especially since I forgot my magnetic attachment in order to attach my POV camera to me instead of around me. But the women's section here definitely was a little bit better than the section I went through in the other room. There are basically, for clothing, there are 3 large rooms. There's one that's only women's, and it has all the pants in it. There is like the overstock room, which is what I can kind of, and it's got like hard goods in it. It's got some hard goods in it, but it's also where they just roll out giant bins like you would see at the bins, and they just dump all the clothes in there. Like for Power Hour, they don't even try to organize some stuff. They literally this year just started rolling out giant deep bins of clothing for Power Hour on Power Hour days on Tuesdays and Fridays, just to let people go through them because of the fact that they get so much volume at the store.
that place also, that room is also just full of racks of clothing. So it's racks of clothing that's not necessarily organized, and then bins of clothing. This is the Joie sweater that I showed in the last video and already sold on Whatnot, but this was great. I don't find Joie very often, and I did think about keeping this, but I'm glad I moved on to a new home, and I hope the person that bought this from me loved it, or if they're gonna sell it, that it sells well for them. I think that was a cashmere blend, which is awesome. It's like a cashmere wool rayon blend. And I'm just continuing to go through. I don't find Joie very often in my area, but I have been picking it up. It used to do better, but now it's very bread and butter for me. I heard about that brand originally from Courtney from Common Tags. You can see this lady's trying to scoot through. And I'm trying to move my cart over so they can scoot through. And they're just kind of awkwardly standing there. If you have a personal space bubble, diversity during power hour is not it for you. Kind of like the bins are probably not going to be it for you. It's the same kind of shopping experience. People are going to touch you. People are going to be in the way. Everyone here's super nice though. I should say it that way. Everybody's like, hey, can you hand me that? Or please, can like I get by? Like, don't get me wrong. Firsty, everyone is super nice. There are a couple of individuals that might take stuff out of your cart if they see it, so also be aware of that, which is also something you should be aware of at the bins, because that's happened to me before there. And Addison has had stuff taken out of her bag here, so again, keep your head on a swivel, be nice, be courteous, and you'll still have a good time and still find a bunch of really good stuff. I've moved again into the long sleeves, further down the long sleeves to see if I can find anything else. I don't really find anything else down here at the bottom. I did find a couple of other things up at the top, but now I'm going to give you back and show you the haul of what I was able to score here in the second half of this diversity trip.
So there's going to be a little bit more in this haul, and that is because the last haul I hadn't finished processing everything, and by processing I mean like washing everything, because I do wash everything that can be washed, and some of this stuff can't be put in a dryer, so it was still drying. First item is Quince. I know about this brand from Lori Tata. She's talked about this brand before. They do really high quality basics, and this is 100% cashmere sweater. So it's supposed to be more affordable quality basics, so it's 100% cashmere, like light pink sweater without any holes. And this is an unknown size because I didn't bother to look. Size large, women's size large. So here is the first piece. This is also women's size large. This I think is really cool. It is a Tahari piece. Like I said, I pick up Tahari at the bins, especially when they're interesting. And this is very interesting. It is kind of like a boho. This is very reminiscent of the 70s, like late 70s, early 80s pieces. This is a Tahari piece. You would have thought it was like an Urban Outfitters piece or something. But it is open front. It does have pockets. It is pretty long. And it also has a hood. Actually a decent hood. Okay, I should not have put this on. I don't need this. Just because it says size large, I feel like it fits a wider range of sizes because it has an open front. But that is very cozy and would be very cute in an outfit, like a throwback outfit, especially like some flares and like maybe a ditzy floral button front. I think that's very cute. This is J. Jill Love Linen, a size small. Really beautiful floral. It has this really cute button back detail, which I like. I know this looks very spring summery, but it's 90 degrees again here in Virginia, so I'm definitely picking that up. And I have really great luck selling Love Linen by J. Jill. And this is Maeve, and a size small. Maeve is an Anthropology brand. It has the lace yoke for some reason, and a cap sleeve, or a flutter sleeve actually. But there is that. I just thought this was cute, and Karen can rock it. It is J. Crew. It is a women's size 4, and again it was $1, so I'm picking that up. Speaking, it was $1. Actually, everything that I'm showing you right now will be up for sale on Whatnot for $2. $2 starts. Again, I'm not trying to add to my death pile, so I am offering this to my audience first. You can either get some cheap stuff for yourself or some very cheap inventory, because I know it's pretty special to have a thrift store where I can go and pick up items for $1. I know that that's not something for everyone. I recently watched my friend Matt's video, he's back, which is amazing, in California, and he's talking about going to a thrift store and paying like $20 for a vest, which is insane to me. So I do know there are areas where it's more expensive to thrift. I do know that this is also just really special because thrift stores in my area, you know, buying something like this, the cheapest I could get this for would be at the bins. But if I went to like Goodwill, this would be $5. So there is that. Or $4, I'm sorry. They just recently changed their prices and I'm still trying to get used to them. So offering up for sale and Whatnot, it's 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hopefully Editing Bob has put the actual thing here. It's on the 29th, I believe. Yes, it's on the 29th, August 29th, 7 p.m. So it's Thursday. Join me if you will to hang out. If not, you do you. But anything that, of course, doesn't sell on Whatnot will just go into the death pile to be listed at some point, because that's what I'm working on. Chico's piece. This is a size 3. It is it's not really like, I guess it's a 3/4 sleeves. I don't know, these have some interesting sleeves, but it's a size 3, which is, I believe, a women's size 16. So an extra large, just a basic button front, but like with some interesting little details. I thought this was great. This is also a women's size large. This is Disney celebrating, I don't know, it says Disney 100. I don't know what that means. But it's a ugly Christmas sweater with Marvel characters on the front. So it's got Batman, I guess that's supposed to be the Scarlet Witch, the Hulk, and Spider-Man. So an ugly Christmas sweater, but Marvel, because, you know, Marvel's owned by Disney now. So I did not find this, but this was given to me to sell. This is from probably the 60s or 70s. Look at these sleeves. Beautiful bell sleeve. Look at this. This is just like, I don't know, this is gorgeous. Now, I'm going to put it on so you guys can kind of see what it is. Another one of those open front things. It does not have a size to it. I'm sure this was just like a one size fits most, or one size fits all at the time. I'm tall, so I wouldn't expect this. But also the sleeves would normally be slightly shorter anyway, so you could show off your jewelry. But look at this thing. This thing is so cute. Now, it does have little loopies on the side. You can actually just cut those off if you wanted to buy it. Like, if I was listing this for myself, I would just cut those off, honestly. They're actually meant to be cut off. So the reason why the little loopies here are here for garments is not, that's not where you're supposed to have the belt. Like, if it comes with a belt, that's not necessarily where the belt goes. Those are meant to be cut off of your garments. The whole reason they're there is to keep the matching belt or the accessory with the garment in the store, because not everybody has a waist in the same spot. So you're actually supposed to cut those off and then use the belt where your natural waist is, or in a way that would be most flattering to your body, which is something most people don't know. They just think that's where the belt goes. And now you know. We learned something. Hooray. So I would just cut those off overall. So there is that. This has a, 100% polyester. This still has the original paper tag inside. That's pretty neat. Did not realize that. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I think this is great. I think this is beautiful. I believe Addison found this and she was like, here, this looks like something you would sell. And I said, yes, please. Thank you so much. This was actually an Addison's throwback pile. It is a 2XL women's Abercrombie and Fitch t-shirt in this dusty rose color. and she threw it back because it had an ink stain. You can see it no longer has an ink stain. I had every faith in my ability to get that out because it was such a small one, and it looked like this garment hadn't been washed since it had acquired that ink stain. And so it hadn't been put in the dryer, and so I was able to get it out. It did take 2 washes, but I was able to get it out. So there is that. Plus size, Abercrombie & Fitch. Abercrombie & Fitch has had a renaissance in the last 5 years, where because it is now more size inclusive and because of the Y2K aesthetic, it has become popular again. REI Co-op, women's size medium. I think it's a women's size medium. It might be a men's size medium. I don't know. I'd have to look at the item tag to figure out which one it is. But it's a size medium. It's green. It's an activewear hiking shirt. That's an easy pickup for me. I found Free People. We the Free in a size small. This is so stinking cute. If it wasn't so short, okay. Again, I'm a tall lady. I have a long torso, so this is very much a crop on me. This is just a cute little like Y2K aesthetic, like late 90s Y2K vibe with the baby doll tee. So this is very cute. I wish this was like maybe 2 inches longer, and then I would probably end up keeping this, but I really like that. So that's amazing. This was in the last haul, and I said that I needed to get the coffee stain out. I had accidentally put this in the dryer before I had noticed the stains, so it did also take a couple more washes for me to get this out. But it's finally out, so it will actually be in this auction. I know I said it was going to be in last auction, but it took a little bit more cleaning. But now there are no stains. It is so fresh, so clean. It is Duluth Trading in a 3XL. Anytime I put up anything Duluth Trading that is oversized, extra large, it goes so fast. But it's just a basic button-down collar shirt. Love it. This is going up for sale. This is one of those items I thought about keeping for myself because it is vintage. It is class 955 in a size medium. It is proudly made in the USA. It's just a rainbow t-shirt, single stitch rainbow t-shirt. You know, I think the vintage bros would call this very mid, but I feel like this is very 90s and very much a vibe. And the fact that it's a single stitch t-shirt, a men's size medium, I think it's great. The reason why I'm not keeping that, even though I like it, is because Melissa actually, as per usual when we met together, gave me a bunch of bags of gifts, and one of those has an even better t-shirt, which you will hopefully see in a future, me wearing in a future video. It is amazing, and I cannot believe Melissa gifted it to me. Next item, we have a Beta brand in a size medium. This was also an Addison's go back. Well, it wasn't a go back. It was set aside for her, for me to sell, because she says she doesn't do as well with it. I don't know. I've done well with Beta brand. It's a women's size medium pull-on pant. And this has like so many pockets attached in it, and it's this more interesting pattern. So I still feel like this will do well. If it doesn't sell on Whatnot, I'm happy to list that. I'm happy to list everything, that's why I pick it up. Anyway, this is a women's size 2, which I believe is the women's size large in Chico's, and this is just a roll tab sleeve basic. Again, I have great luck selling roll tab sleeves, and I've actually had better luck selling regular Chico's now than I've selling Chico's Travelers, which is an interesting flip, and shows how fickle reselling can be. 1 minute one thing is selling well, and the other stuff doesn't, and the next thing it does a 180. Here we go. We have LL Bean. This is a hiking skirt in a size 10. Beautiful, beautiful color. Nice teal color. Happy to pick those up. This was another item that was given to me as soon as I walked in the door, because I had already been shopping for like an hour by the time I got there. This is a vintage 90s, like late 80s, early 90s dress, little denim dress. This is a women's size 4. It is so cute. I can see like a turtleneck and a beret and some high boots, and this would be a vibe. We have Nat Nass. This is a men's size extra large. Nat Nass, again, one of those brands that when I first started reselling sold really well. and for decent money. Now it's bread and butter, but it's just a men's extra large and a nice plaid pocket button front. Again, I've talked about how Abercrombie & Fitch is kind of having its revival. Well, here is another modern piece. This is the 90s oversized shirt in a men's size extra large. So this is the loose baggy fit that everybody wants now, the 90s fit, the loose baggy fit, and this is a men's size extra large. Definitely picked that up. Another item that was given to me to sell, this is a pair of Levi's, and these are camo. And they are gray and black camo cargo shorts in very good condition. Those are an easy pickup. This is Habitat, which is not really a great brand. I just thought the shirt was interesting. It has this cute little cow neck, and then it's a 3/4 sleeve, and it's black. Kind of like a lag and look fit to it. So I picked that up just from style. Here's Salt Valley Western. This is a men's size small. My little pearl snap here. That was given to me. Melissa set that aside for me to see. Definitely picked that up. This is another 90s piece. This is Big Sur. The brand doesn't really matter. The style absolutely does. Look at it. Definitely giving grayscale Rocco's Modern Life vibes there. Saved by the Bell vibes. Now this does have a small hole in it somewhere. I saw it when I was looking and I was like, that's a small hole. I'm still going to pick this up. I can stitch that up and then just disclose the repair, but it's somewhere in here. I don't remember. I think it's on a sleeve somewhere, but there is a small hole in this, but this is also what I'm going to have to measure because it doesn't have the size tag anymore in it, but I'm guessing it's a size large based on the way it looks. We have BKE, which is buckle. This is the athletic fit in a size large. Again, buckle does very well for me. It is also a roll tab sleeve because buckle is very expensive if you try to buy retail, and it does pretty well for me on the resale market. Again, it's just bread and butter, like 15 to 20 bucks. And then a Second Theory shirt, which I was very excited about. This is a men's size medium. Again, this is very expensive, new, not necessarily in the resale market. This one does still actually have its actual tag attached to it. So this is 100% cotton. It's a men's size medium. It's just a gray button front shirt, but I will definitely, I think that's a men's. That might be women's. I have to do measurements to figure out which one of it is, but that is everything that I will have up for sale in my Whatnot on Thursday, August 29th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join me if you are interested in getting something for yourself. Again, everything starts at $2 or getting some cheap inventory for your business. And if it doesn't sell on Whatnot, you will see it shortly in my eBay store and in one of my listing videos. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Bye. Alright, so this is everything else. It's going to be quite a bit more than the last version. Hi, baby. Hi, it's because I'm sitting crisscross applesauce. There's no room for you. I'm sorry. Here. This is Moxie. If you don't know, she's my fur baby. Nope, she doesn't like that. She wants on the ottoman. Sorry.